We're back. More sober than ever. Now you're probably wondering, what is all this bullshit? Welcome to the Cryptid mod, bruh. It's anti-7. I got 42 out of 177 Joker slots. We're gonna do a little bit of not having the animation play. If I can just find the setting. I could have sworn. There we are. Okay. Let's play a nice little flush here. E18? That's much less than I thought. Already have seed money. There goes the scoring fire. I do not have seed money. So, I like Balatro because the numbers can go really high. I think that's the best part of the game, personally. This is good. Plus 129 mult, that's a good abstract joker. Let's put you like over here or something, yeah. And Cryptid mod is all about big numbers. I think Balatro is a very good game, vanilla Balatro. In fact, I think it's probably the best game of that year. With that being said, it requires a bit too much brain activation, especially when I want to do some commentary stuff like this on the side. Cool. Why is this runner so large, bruh? So this mod makes things a lot easier. It is purposefully unbalanced, is I think what the GitHub page says. A point does eventually get reached where the novelty of the run wears off and you're like, okay, we get it, big number. Yep. I have another pie. Circulus Pistoris. Jesus Christ. I think we'll give it one more go and then we'll hold R here and actually talk about some stuff. All jokers give times 2.5 mult. That's pretty good considering we have a, a pretty sizable amount of jokers, some might say. That's only my opinion though. I got the brothers. Are Wario and Waluigi brothers, or is that only Mario and Luigi? Surely they're brothers too. What the fuck? I think not elaborating on anything that's currently entering your retinas right now is something I will continue to do, because it just further highlights the fantasticalness of modded Balatro, or Balatro. I don't know how it's actually pronounced, I've heard either. But I will say this is the deck of Equilibrium. All cards have the same chance of appearing in the shop. Start run with Overstock Plus. So, Jesus, what a jump scare. You immediately gain access to any of the exotic jokers. Exotic jokers being the highest tier of delectableness that this mod has to offer. You know what, let's just send it. No, face cards are debuffed. Oh no. Will we see 10 seconds? Yes, we will. Do I see 15? 20. 25. It's up there. Do we see 30? Half a minute to calculate a fucking Balatro hand. I'm gaining money? I just noticed that now. I have $45,000 and counting. We're at anti-3. We have reached E7.134, E594. Cash out with $68. Okay, that was fun. I'm gonna say goodbye to this glorious run and I'm gonna hold R. My laptop is quite hot, if you can imagine such a thing. And it's time to do a little brain reset, try to play the game like normal for a few antes. I mentioned my heat rash condition in a previous episode, I don't remember which one. But I got my blood drawn in order to sleuth out the cause of it, and not much progress was made there, but they were like, dude, your CK levels are fucking high as hell. You need to go to urgent care. And I was like, okay, and I felt completely fine. Obviously that didn't convince me that I shouldn't heed the doctor's orders, so I still went to urgent care. But I got there and I clutched up I brought the iPad with me because I knew that waiting room was gonna be hefty. And I kept reading The Secret History by Donna Tartt. It's this fucking tome. It's 700 pages. It's 700 pages, but I have the font really big on my iPad, so maybe that doesn't really mean anything, the page number. But I've been reading it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I got like, it said I got 24% of the way there. And I just focused up in the waiting room, and I ended up getting 35% of the way through the book, and shit got crazy, bruh. Donna Tartt is cooking. But yeah, they're like, your CK levels are high. They're like, what the fuck is going on? Obviously, they had a different tone than that, if you could believe it. But they were like, so, have you been running any marathons recently? And I was like, no. They're like, why the fuck are your CK levels so high? Oh, we're dead again. And I was like, well, I've been going to the gym recently. And she was like, well, are you lifting heavy? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going until failure for 3 sets. She was like, okay, well, you have a CK level of 19,000, and I have no reference to base it on, so I was like, is that high? And she was like, that's fucking insane. And they were like, okay, wait here. And then they called me into the lobby again, and I sat there for like 2 minutes, and then they called me back in. They're like, okay, sit in this chair. Fucking, it's so sad when you open a buffoon pack and you get 2 vanilla-ass jokers, as if I'm not playing this fucking mod pack. She sat me in this chair, and she was like, okay, we're just gonna hook up IV to you. It should take about an hour. And I was like, okay. So, they hook up this massive fucking bag of IV to me, and it's like huge. It's like, whatever you're imagining now, it's probably like times 1.5 the size of that. And it wasn't like a perfectly rectangular IV bag. It was like bulbous at the bottom. So it was hefty, okay? And I had to wait until literally the entire thing was put into my system. They were like, cool, bro. They were like, nice. We're gonna do it again. I was like, what? They were like, yeah. They got out another big ass IV bag. I was just looking at it drip. But yeah, I'm perfectly fine. I'm in good health and everything. I live to Balatro another day. Bro, okay, they had to collect a urine sample, and she was like, okay, if your CK levels are really high, if your CK levels are really high, and you have Coca-Cola colored piss, and that's really bad. And she was like, your piss is like so clear though. She had an emphasis on the so. I was like, yeah, you like that shit? You like how fucking clear my piss is? You into that? Nothing gets to a man's heart by telling them how fucking the lack of opaqueness, the lack of opacity their piss has. What the fuck am I talking about, bro? But yeah, I guess I'm just going too crazy at the gym. She was like, you need to stop fucking going to the gym for like a week at least. I was like, all right, I guess I'm just putting in that work. Yes, I'm putting in that work. There's this video, this skit done by the guy on TikTok who everyone knows, the guy who says literally a lot. He has this one skit that's really funny where it's what happened versus what I told my friends. And he's at the gym and there's this guy who's like, who the fuck keeps taking all the 10-pound dumbbells? And he's like, oh yeah, and he's currently using the 10-pound dumbbells. And he's like, oh man, I wasn't even using them or anything. I was just, you could just go out and hit it. And he was like, so this guy comes up to me, right? This broccoli head comes up to me. He's like, are you using this? Yes, I'm using this. Yes, I'm putting in that work. And I think about the phrase, yes, I'm putting in that work very often.
Yo, who the fuck keep taking the 10-pound dumbbells?
Hello?
Yo,
Hi.
yo, using these?
Huh? What? The dumbbells?
Yes.
No, I'm not even, that was, wait, 10-pound dumbbells? I didn't even realize they had that in this gym. You got it, that's all you. I'm actually over there doing the clean rack. Hamstring.
What?
Huh? Tell me why I'm benching, right? Now, mind you, I got 3 plates on each side, I'm warming up. Some broccoli head with a tank top come up to me. Yo, you using this? While I'm warming up on my shit. I stand up and look at him. Right in this shit, mind you. I'm right in this shit. Yes, I'm using this. You got a problem? He looks at me and says, my fault, bro. I didn't even know you was I said, yes, I'm putting in that work. What you need? Now, mind you, had this been 2020 me, I would have hit him with a right hook and slept him. But I'm a changed man. So I just got up and left the gym.
Every time I go to the gym, I just think, yes, I'm putting in that work. I'm not gonna lie, my ego, it was impacted when they said you were going too crazy in the gym. I was like, hell yeah, I am. Yes, I'm putting in that work. You know what I watched in the interim period betwixt videos? I watched the entirety of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I watched it in a day. It's fucking good. It's a good show. But it fucking, bro. I'll keep shit vague to avoid spoilers. But like, I think they intentionally wrote it to make you wanna buy the game after watching it. Cause with an ending like that, you're like, bro. Like, nah. I can't just let that fucking be the end of it, bro. Shit makes you want to go in there and fucking settle the score. I've heard that Cyberpunk actually became a competent game with all the bug fixes, so it may be worth checking out. I think it's on the Switch too, right? I'm about to say something that's so sacrilegious. Wait, what the fuck is this Joker? I want that so bad. What do you mean? This is just you gotta bust out the auto clicker for that one, bro. What I'm about to say is sacrilegious, bro. I watched Cowboy Bebop as well in between videos. I liked Edge Runners more. Cowboy Bebop is still good, but like, bro. Edge Runners though. Now that I'm kind of getting into art again, I like can't focus on stories. I can only focus on artwork. Or like, I can still focus on stories, but I don't focus on the stories as much as I probably should. Because I was watching Edge Runners, and I was just like, bro, the backgrounds, bro. The backgrounds. I could not fucking get enough of those crispy backgrounds, bro. They were so tasty. Those fucking backgrounds, they look so good. Like, it's actually kind of upsetting. Like, every background was like one of them desktop backgrounds, you know? Oh shit. Please! We could deal with this. We could work with that. It didn't snipe my blueprint. What? Oh yeah, I forgot. I literally forgot the exact thing I was just talking about, how it ate my 4 fingers. It was the same thing with Cowboy Bebop. Like, every single spaceship, I was like, how the fuck did they animate this on paper? Are you kidding me? Paper? Like, no. You did not, bro. You did not animate this shit on paper. And it always looked good. It never once was like, this could have looked better. Like, it always looked fucking perfect. Okay. When it looks so fucking good that you're like, how could you even draw a single frame of this shit on paper? Let alone an entire fucking TV series, bro. It boggles my mind. Like, how the fuck do people animate on paper? It's so insane. There's just no way, right? Speaking of animating on paper, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z, the Kai version, not the original version. The original version is ass. Okay. The Kai version is the same exact shit, but they just take out all the bullshit. That's a really, really, really bad description. Let me try to find a better way to... They cut it down, is what a more intelligent person would say. They cut it down to size. Because in the original Dragon Ball Z, you just... it's so bad, I don't even remember what the fucking filler looked like. Like, I can't remember. I had it on in the background, so I could probably lay credence to that as to why it's kind of hazy to me. But they would just like talk about bullshit, or they would just be like on the sidelines being like, this is Goku's most strongest opponent. And it's like, fucking shut up. Or you know what they would pull out all the time, bro? You know what line they would spam? Huh. Looks like this is getting interesting. To be fair, I think Dragon Ball started that cliche. so you can't really hate. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. But, well, this is some good artwork. What? Art Unexian. Great work, Unexian. This is incredible. I ain't reading all that, though. Oh no! This is so bad. Okay. I got lucky last time with the last snipe. God, this is such a bad boss blind. Who came up with this one, bro? This is evil. Please! Okay. And we're alright. But yeah, DBZ was just chock full. You know what? Okay, I should have probably opened with this. I stopped at episode 70 something when they were like beginning to fight Frieza. They weren't even fighting Frieza yet, they were fighting his lackeys, bruh. And then I looked where that episode was on Kai, like the same area I left off. It was like episode 40 something. Here's some insane math for you folks at home. That's 30 episodes worth of bullshit that has been excavated. Okay. But like, now that you just took all the bullshit out, actually pretty good. Is this doing anything? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I thought it only affected enhancements, but it does affect the base chips. You know what's crazy? We don't even really need Perkao. Okay. But he's funny though. I'm trying to think. Yes, we have big score, but what else could we do? I always expected myself to be a Dragon Ball hater. A Dragon Ball Z hater. I thought the just regular standard Dragon Ball was fine. But DBZ Kai just like saves it. It just edits it to be like watchable. And it was actually like, I like putting stuff on in the background to watch while I'm doing other shit. Said other shit is while I'm reading Homestuck at the moment. But DBZ Kai was, it's just too fucking peak. Is this even good here though? I have no comments. Yes, I do. I feel, bro. I think Blueprint is actually the worst Joker here. I'm not even joking. This and Canvas is a nasty combo, bro. Do we need both Perkaos though? We don't. We just don't. Let's do some of that. Yeah. So like DBZ Kai was too engaging, so I had to stop putting it on because like I kept not focusing on Homestuck because I was just watching DBZ Kai. E500, that's pretty good. And so I had to put on something that was comparably more mid. And I was searching, I was like, what's kind of a snooze fest that I could put on? And then right there in front of me, bro, Naruto. The perfect answer. The solution to the pollution, bro. Oh, we should be fine with flips and shuffles, all jokers. Naruto did the job, bro. I was like, damn, I low-key don't care. That's crazy. Do we even... Do we need the Perkao though? Perkao's funny. Okay, here's my philosophy now with this bullshit. We get the big numbers, okay? We don't need score. We just don't. So I'm trying to think of what we could do. Maybe we could do some deck fixing and like, or just, I don't know, do something, bruh. Okay. Just the wasted potential. Like, Naruto has good themes and shit. Like, clearly the story is about the frivolity of revenge, which is not only a fire theme, but it's also pretty brave. Especially nowadays. I see a lot of people hungry for revenge. Especially when I was on Zitter. That's a whole lot of temperance. Back when I was on Zitter, I kept seeing those videos online. It was like, pedophile, wanting to meet up with girl, gets beaten up. It's like, yeah, it sucks that a pedophile wanted to coerce a minor into sex, but you could have just reported them to the police or something. You didn't have to fucking beat them up. Beating them up isn't gonna unrape that kid. It's just not. People think it is because they're stupid, but it just won't. It's just a waste of energy. Such is all revenge. But yeah, especially with how revenge-pilled everyone is nowadays, writing something like that is extremely risky. Obviously, Naruto came out in 2000. It wasn't exactly this exact climate. But still, that's enough rolling. Let's play the game. That's a whole lot of temperance, goddamn. Any day now. Is that it? Is that the end of our run? This background looks nice. We can look at it for a while. Yeah, I think that's that. Oh, no, it's not. The game might shit itself upon playing the poker hand. I guess I have a moment to speak now. I think the frivolity of revenge is a really good theme, but it's just executed very poorly here. Just with how bland the characters are and how fucking unlikable they are. The main three are annoying. I just find Naruto just refusing to shut up. It's fucking grating on the ears. I want to be Hokage! He says it like twice an episode. It's so fucking annoying. Sasuke's just too aloof and one-dimensional for me to care. And the only thing Sakura does so far is just pine for Sasuke, and it's fucking annoying because we've never seen them, we've never gotten any moments with them. Like, for romance to really work and pop off, or like, by the way, E400K, it's pretty good. If you want to add like crushes and stuff to your writing and shit, especially with childhood crushes, you should show moments of the two characters connecting or doing anything. Like Sakura by default just at the gate is fucking hardwired and programmed to just be completely wet over Sasuke, and it's like, Jesus Christ. It's like, why should I root for you? Why do I fucking care? I have zero attachment to this. I heard in Shippuden things get a lot better, and I also heard in Shippuden Sakura becomes a lot more fleshed out, which is very good, because right now it's very fucking, and oh my god, the battles, bro. Huh, I was gonna use my technique, but my chakra is too low, so now I have to use this other technique, but uh-oh, he countered this and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, bro. I'm gonna kill someone. I fucking hate the battles, bro. They're so fucking bad. And, oh my god. I don't know if this trope started with Naruto, but like, half of the battles are just the characters narrating inside their heads, like, strategy. It's like, there's that one YouTube video called like Blue Lock, but without all the like inner narration. And it was like 7 seconds of the ball going around. Because so much, like when people write fights, just like, oh, he's gonna do this, but if I do this, then this, but this implies this, and P therefore Q. And it's like, this isn't fucking exciting. All right. How many more temperances can we get? Oh, I think that's a wrap. Yeah, it crashed. Oh, no, it didn't. The only two characters I liked were Shikamaru and Rock Lee. But then, when Tsunade came around, Shikamaru was like, oh, really? A female Hokage? That doesn't sound like a good idea. Women just talk and are emotional. And it's like, bro, you were my boy. Now I can't fucking go online saying how I like this character because people are gonna think I bought a one-way ticket to Hustlers University with my fucking misogyny on my chest. He was so fire too. He was such a good character. He was like the only, and fucking, they just, I don't mind like have a character have bad attributes and think they're written well. But like when a character is supposed to be like cool and relatable and someone you kind of look up to and they're not fucking making your ears ring like Naruto, and you start connecting and like seeing yourself in them, and then all of a sudden they just come out with this left field fucking bad character trait and you're like, bro, wait, pump the brakes, bro. What is going on? 1,000 temperances? Yes, bro, 1,000 temperances. Oh yeah, in Naruto, they won't fucking stop going, you know, that anime gasp sound. It's fucking like 18 of those every episode, and it's like, Jesus Christ. I hate it, bro. Naruto just is a cesspool of all the fucking bad cliches about anime. But like, the potential though, it's all there. This may just be my ignorance, but I've never quite seen a story tackle the frivolity of revenge. I've only seen like ethics papers talk about it and stuff, but I've never quite seen it in a story. And, you know, I kinda already know what goes down. I know, like, cause it's Naruto, it's the most famous fucking thing ever. It's the most famous anime besides Dragon Ball and like Pokemon. Maybe Sailor Moon is in that conversation, but like, it's Naruto. Fucking everyone knows Naruto. And everyone talks about it online as if everyone watched it already. It's like if people put spoiler alerts for Star Wars or something, like no one's gonna do that. But I do know that Naruto doesn't like, he does this big thing where he talks it out with his enemies and he's like, you don't have to do this, instead of just fucking murking them, because that's something Sasuke would do, and Sasuke's like fueled by revenge. He's a fucking revenge machine, and they're, you know, it's a dichotomy, bro. He's the foil. Like, it's all there, okay? The concept, the blurb at the back of the book, I'm reading it and I'm like, damn, this shit's hype. But I open it up, I'm a couple 100 pages in, and I'm just standing there looking out my window pensively. wondering what could have been, bro. But hey, we still got time. I got like 40, 50 more episodes of Naruto and then like 700 of Shippuden. And I think 200 of Shippuden is filler, so it's like 500. By the way, whole Naruto series is like damn near like 600-700 episodes with all the filler out of it. And One Piece fans get shit because we have a couple extra 300 on there, but you never hear anything. It's like, wow, Naruto is so long, but it's literally like 700 episodes. That's fucking long, bro. And you know what's crazy? You know what's so crazy? I'm on episode like 130 of Naruto. I watched a bunch when I was a kid, and I got all the way up until fucking Chunin exams, and I got bored. I got bored of the fucking Chunin exams, and that's when as a little kid who got mystified by everything, who went in the fucking theater and saw any movie was instantly my favorite movie after I went in the theater because I was a little fucking kid and I was just bewildered by everything. And fucking Naruto Chunin exams made me fucking bored. And I look online, it's like, bro, Naruto was kind of slow, but the Chunin exams, that's when it gets good, bro. We've been here for 2 minutes just looking at this fucking screen, bro, while I've been ranting about Naruto. But I see it online like, bro, Chunin exams are so hype, bro. When Rock Lee drops the weights and then Gara screams my blood and and it's like, fucking, this is the peak of the series, and they were right. It's just all downhill from here, bro. Fucking, oh my god, dude. Sasuke got fucking absorbed by the Sound Village, and they're fighting them right now, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god. It's taken me a full day to get through one episode. I keep just pausing and going in my bed and watching reels. 200 seconds. I think we're gonna hit this abort button. But yeah. Listen, okay. It's not all bad. Okay? Rock Lee is a good character. The music is really good. And the animation's always like, it's not terribly stylistic or anything, but it's always on point. There's never like any laziness or anything. It's like always good anatomy, always good perspective. Fucking backgrounds look gorgeous. Oh my god, the backgrounds, bro. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, Naruto just fucking pisses me off, bro. Bro, oh my god. When Sakura was talking to Sasuke and she was making fun of Naruto for having no parents, bro. First of all, who does that? You gotta be like a special type of evil, bro. Like, how do you make fun of a kid for having no parents? And meanwhile, Sasuke has no parents, I think. I might be remembering from when I was a kid. I might be remembering that wrong. But I'm pretty sure he don't have any parents. And then Sasuke, like, looked over his shoulder and was like, Sakura, you're annoying. Then she, like, was fucking heartbroken and she was like, oh my god, how can he say? It's like, how am I supposed to feel any sympathy for you, bro? You just made fun of an innocent fucking kid for having no parents. Like, hello? This is supposed to be a likable character? Hell fucking no, bro. And then later when Sasuke was about to dip to go to the Sound Village, oh, you know what they do? They do this in this very spot. They do that all the time. Rock Lee was like, this is where I promised to try my best, here in this very spot. And then Sasuke was like, this is when you called me annoying, here in this very spot. They love doing this very spot. But Sasuke was like, please don't go. And then Sasuke was like, huh. Well, I just have to, because I'm cool and aloof and one-dimensional. And I was like, bro, you know what would be so funny? If Sasuke was like, you're still annoying. Just for no reason. And then I shit you not, Sasuke looked over his shoulder and was like, you haven't changed. You're still annoying. I was like, let's fucking go! I was so hyped, bro. That made me more hyped than any fight or like just anything in the series, bro. Naruto makes me a special kind of angry, bro.